Just in the past week, we've seen 6 cases of preterm, either in court or denied without a hearing, without an individual trial. So someone submits something, we'll get into what exactly people are submitting and why they're being denied, and then gets a rejection without a hearing. Basically, they just get a notice saying, "We've reviewed your case, goodbye, you're not getting asylum." This usually happens very often with weak cases. We've talked about this 100 times. It's when, for example, the I-589 form isn't filled out properly. The story isn't complete, it just says "see declaration," but the declaration isn't attached. But on the other hand, this also happened to our client who was in detention, whose case was submitted and was actually in good shape, and so on. And when you look at the judge's denial, when you read each paragraph, you're just amazed because you realize that every single paragraph can be challenged. So basically, it's clearly a strange decision, let's be honest. But friends, I'm predicting that the closer we get to the end of the fiscal year, which ends on September 30th, and the new year starts on October 1st, which will already be 2027, there will be a ton of these denials and preterms, and they'll just pop up like mushrooms after the rain or like a snowball rolling down a hill. And why is that? Because the judges have a quota for how many cases they need to review. They simply don't have time to properly review that many cases. Just remember, I wrote in our Telegram channel that one of the judges told us back in September, well, late August, early September, that each of them needs to review 700 cases by June 2026. They just can't keep up. Well, they can't keep up. It's just impossible. But if they do a preterm, meaning they deny you refugee status before or without a full review, then they can actually manage it. So go through all your old files, all your documents. What have you submitted? Check what you've submitted. Check what, as we say, has been filed by the court. Is Form I-589 blank? Your story and country conditions? What have you filed so far? The thing is, because you can actually avoid this preterm if you're careful. No one can guarantee you'll avoid it, but respecting the court and the process helps. If you submit a solid case instead of a half-empty form and do everything properly, you'll be in good shape. And when I say a solid case, I don't mean that you just turned in a pile of paperwork or printed out country conditions for the past 115 years. No, you don't need to do that. Don't pretend. That's not real work. That's just pretending to work. Submit everything exactly how you'd want the judge to review it. Don't just turn it in half-heartedly and then wonder what you can do. How can I get those documents back and file new ones properly? We explained why you can't simply get documents back. Second, a preterm is a very serious and even scary thing. You may have to file an appeal before your case is even reviewed because you were denied without a hearing. Good luck. Bye.